Hi, everybody, and welcome to our week wrap-up show. This is a Friday on Litter Media Live with Mike Smith. Dan Ramey has been on assignment for the evening session, so he will rejoin us up at Logan Elm for our Litter Media Radio Game of the Week, which we'll be talking about here a little bit later. Our producer is Aaron Glandon, and we are here on October the 20th, 2023 for the Friday edition. Weather. We've had some rain in the overnight hours, and we're not done with it yet. Cloudy skies with a chance of rain through this afternoon, probably late in the afternoon. We believe that it'll let up enough for the football games tonight, which is neat, and then a chance of some showers maybe in the overnight hours. Today's high will only be 59. Temperatures will be down to 54 by kickoff at 7 o'clock. And maybe 50 by the end of the ball games on Friday night. So if you're going out to some high school football games in Week 10, make sure you take the appropriate gear to stay warm and dry in case you do see a pop-up shower. For the weekend, looks like good weather for tomorrow. Sunny skies with a high 61. A mixture of sun and clouds on Sunday with a high of 54. Bainbridge Fall Festival of Leaves is off and running in Bainbridge. We'll be telling you who is royalty out there from last night's event that Dan Ramey emceed. All of that coming up next on News on Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor for more than 4 decades in our area. Full disclosure, Accurate has been my provider for all of these categories for a number of years. Also have a maintenance contract where they come out a couple of times a year to make sure that furnace is ready for the heating and cooling seasons. When you need help in these areas, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the place to call. On target for your needs.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Oh, there we are. It took me a while to pop up there on the screen. The camera's even afraid of me, Aaron. Aaron Glandon over here, our producer. Thumbs up, Aaron.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, it's Friday. We're partying. The boss is away, and the mice are playing. Clarissa Burns, a junior at Paint Valley High School, has been crowned as the 2023 Miss Fall Festival of Leaves. That happened last night at Paxton Theater in Bainbridge. Burns will preside over the weekend festival, which runs through Sunday, October the 22nd. To find out who the rest of her attendants are, you can go to our website story at littermedia.com. Our own Dan Ramey was out there emceeing that event last night. I think he even had some live Facebook shots out there interviewing some of the girls before the final tally was in. The Lake Hope Dam project is now complete, with the spillway and area below the dam once again open. There are still a few minor things that need to be completed, according to information on the Lake Hope State Park Facebook site, but for all intent and purposes, the work's done. The lake level will be allowed to return to normal pool level naturally, so with rain in the forecast over the next 24 hours, it could be a little sooner than expected. Project was worked on over the last year, upgrading the dam to a class level 1, and that ensures security and safety of everyone at the park and downstream. Of course, it's an earthen dam, which you see on the far left. On the far right, that's the spillway. And then there's a walkway that takes you down to the lake in that area, so a lot of beautification work done as well. Pickaway County Community Action is still looking for vendors for their upcoming chili cook-off in Circleville. And more information on that can be found simply by holding your smartphone up to the QR code on this ad, or give PICA a call for more information. Chillicothe Civic Theater's Youth Theater announces auditions for Disney's Finding Nemo Jr. The show will be directed by Tom Perrin. Performances will be February 8th through the 11th and 15th through the 18th in 2024, and that is at the Civic Theater headquarters at 83 South Walnut Street. Auditions are open to students in grades K through 12 and will be held Sunday, November 5th and Monday the 6th at Calvary Lutheran Church at 74 West Main Street. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is great timing to announce Ross County Community Action's Domestic Violence Services and their 24-hour crisis line, which is available for Ross County. If you have a domestic violence situation in your home, please reach out to these folks for help. Again, that's a 24-hour crisis line. Staying with the Ross Community Action, they're promoting their Cover Chillicothe and Ross County Blanket Drive. New blankets can be dropped off at any of the dozen locations that are on the poster here in the Chillicothe-Ross County area, and those drop-off sites are available through November the 10th. Fairfield County Board of Health will host its November meeting in Pickerington in an effort to engage the greater Fairfield County community. Ordinarily, their meetings are there in Lancaster, but going to Pickerington for this. The meeting will be held at the Fayette County Health District Satellite Office on Tussing Road in Pickerington on Wednesday, November 8th at 7 p.m. And like all of the meetings in Lancaster, this is open to the public. Our road report today takes us to Hocking County. A bridge replacement project is taking place on State Route 664 between 4th Street and Reed Road, or Township Road 43. One lane is closed. Traffic is being maintained with temporary signals through November the 1st. And those are your news topics for today. A lot to tell you about in sports. High school tournament play last night. What's on tap for high school football in the final week of regular season action. Our athlete of the week, and what's up for college and pro football this weekend. All ahead on Litter Media Live. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, Ross and surrounding counties, as you see on the Ghost map. Got a cleanup project on your property, Scioto Valley Dumpsters are the ones you want to call. Again, full disclosure, I've used these folks, and they did a tremendous job. In fact, I think Aunt Ruth even used this at one point. They'll give you a free estimate simply by calling 253-8389 for more information.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Taking a look at sports, high school tournament volleyball and soccer action last night. Not any big upsets to speak of. In volleyball, Adena won their 35th straight sectional championship. Southeastern, Westfall, Huntington, South Webster, Wheelersburg, and Bloom Carroll out of our area were among the winners. Saw the Lady Cavs of Chillicothe, their season ended against a very tough Olentangy Liberty crew. In girls soccer, title winners Unioto, Circleville, Jackson, and Fairfield Union, among others. Boys soccer championship winners were Wheelersburg, South Webster, Valley, as in Lucasville Valley, and Northwest. Chillicothe boys saw their season come to a close. Each evening, whether it's football, volleyball, soccer during the season here, you can go to littermedia.com and look at the score page and get all of these results. We're a little bit later on Friday night with football than we are the rest of the week because I'm out doing a game, and it has to wait till I get back to update those sites. Game of the week, speaking of what we were just referring to, our game of the week tonight is Logan Elm hosting Hamilton Township. The Rangers of Hamilton Township have already clinched at least a share of the Mid-State League Buckeye. However, Logan Elm, who's only one game out going into the final week of regular season play, if they win tonight, they will share the championship as well as open the door for Bloom Carroll to be a tri-champion. So yes, to say the least, there's a lot on the line tonight, and whether or not these two teams might host a Week 1 playoff could hinge upon tonight's winner as well. Join us for Litter Media Radio, and that airtime is at 6:50. Our preview show, which we do live here on Facebook on Thursday at noon, we rerun that before our 6:50 airtime, so tune in early and hear all of that about tonight's game. Congratulations goes out to Unioto football player Newton Hoops. Newt is this week's Neil Coleman Insurance Services Wyandotte Mutual Insurance Player of the Week. Hoops has led the Sherman's football squad to an SVC championship. They've already clinched a share of that. They can win it outright at Southeastern tonight with a win. And he has set single game and career passing records this year for the Shermans. So congratulations to Newt Hoops. And if you want to nominate an amateur athlete from our area, whether it's high school or college, you can do so by going to our website, littermedia.com, for the Athlete of the Week, and there's information there that you can make a nomination. And also, if you do, please send us some updated stats, things of that nature, which will help us gauge who our Athlete of the Week will be next Thursday. College football, well, before we do that, the OHSA football playoff, the final rankings will come out early Sunday morning. The pairings will be announced in the afternoon, but if you know the arrangement, 1 against 16 and so forth, you'll be able to figure that out on your own as to who's going where in Week 1. But we'll have all of that posted at littermedia.com first thing Sunday morning, and then the pairings when they come out later in the day. College football, the Ohio State Buckeyes, big one tomorrow. Third-ranked Buckeyes undefeated against seventh-ranked and undefeated Penn State. That is a noon start time at the Shoe in Columbus. So big one for the Bucks and the Nittany Lions tomorrow. The Ohio Bobcats, after a disappointing MAC loss last week, their first of the season in conference, they will be hosting Western Michigan, and that also is a noon start tomorrow down at Peden Stadium. Only one of our two NFL teams are in action this weekend. That's the Browns, fresh off their big win over San Francisco last week. They will be at Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That's a 1 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. The Bengals have a bye week, so they won't play until a week from Sunday out in San Francisco, so that's a 4:25 start on Sunday, October the 29th. When we come back, we'll wrap up with this date in history, going back to 1973, all ahead on the Friday edition of Litter Media Live.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
Going back to 1973 for our This Date in History, after 15 years of construction, the Sydney Opera House is dedicated by Queen Elizabeth II. The $80 million structure, designed by Danish architect Jorn Utzon and funded by the profits of the Opera House lotteries, was built on Bennelong Point in Sydney, Australia. Famous for its geometric roof shells, the structure contains several large auditoriums and presents an average of 3,000 events a year to an estimated 2 million people. Producer Aaron Glandon, did you know what that was?
I know what the Sydney Opera House is.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay. But you knew what it was.
I knew what it was. It's in Finding Nemo.
That's right. Which we, of course, promoted Finding Nemo Jr. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah.
I did see that movie. It's amazing that you would tie a animated feature to that.
Well, I just thought since we talked about it earlier, it's a good tie back.
For those of you that don't know, our producer, Aaron Glandon, is a movie buff. What's the all-time greatest movie ever made in your mind?
Oh, that's a really good question. Rocky II.
Did you see where Paulie passed away?
I did see that. Burt Young.
Burt Young, who played Adrian's brother, Paulie.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a line around our house. You know, these iconic movie lines that find a way into your almost everyday conversation. And I'd be telling my wife, Laura, you know, well, you owe me this. And she'd say, I don't owe you nothing, Paulie. You know, that's what Rocky was saying to his future brother-in-law, Paulie. Paulie was wanting a job with Rocky.
Right. He wanted to be his guy in the ring.
Yeah. But you like too.
I like Rocky II.
Now, our pastor, First Wesleyan Church, John Welch, he thinks Rocky IV is the greatest.
That's just wrong.
And I think he is delusional.
It's very delusional.
While he is an astute student of the scriptures and he does a tremendous job in the pulpit, I have no idea what he's thinking about Rocky IV.
Well, a couple of years ago during COVID, Stallone made a re-edit of Rocky IV, a director's cut, and he took out like 40 minutes of footage and put in 40 minutes of new footage.
Oh.
So it's a completely different movie. There's no stupid robot in it.
Okay.
It's a lot better.
I wonder if Pastor John's referring to the...
Probably not.
Edited, okay. Because that always lost me, how he ever thought that was such a great movie. Yeah. It's kind of like the Colossal Man that we talked about last week,
right.
You know, being almost comedy, science fiction, but oh well. So, Aaron, you and Dan will be down on the field tonight with the video highlights.
Yes, we will. Absolutely.
This is something that's not new to you. You've done things similar to this in the past.
Mm-hmm. I used to work with Derek Borland, filming for him, and so this is something that I'm familiar with. The editing, making the highlight reels is new, but I really enjoyed doing that so far.
Now, have you ever had to be out in the rain collecting video?
No.
Okay. Well, I've got my fingers crossed for you and Dan tonight. Now, Dan thinks that I'm saying this smart aleck-wise because I'm in the booth with Tom Beard, but I do. I've been down there like that over the last couple of years, and that's not fun standing out there in the cold rain.
No, probably not.
So my fingers are crossed that we're dry at least during the ball games tonight. But check in with us tonight on Litter Media Radio. Again, airtime at 6:50. Tom Beard joining me in the booth for the Mid-State League Championship game between Hamilton Township and Bloom Carroll. Until that time, for Dan Ramey and for Aaron Glandon, this is Mike Smith. From all of us at Litter Media Radio, have a great weekend, everybody.